I didn't learn leadership in the traditional way. I learned it by navigating a world that wasn't always built for me. Through a vision disability that forced me to adapt, through being a first-generation college student figuring things out as I went, and through a faith that constantly reminds me that leadership starts with service. And I learned it at home in a Hispanic community where people showed up for each other, where everyone was welcomed in, and where even the smallest things were shared without hesitation. So for me, leadership has never been about power, it's been about responsibility. The responsibility to show up, to create space, and to make sure no one is left behind. And that's what shaped the 5 leadership qualities I carry with me every day. First quality is resiliency and humility. Living with a vision disability has taught me how to adapt in ways I never expected. Tasks that may seem simple for others, like reading, processing information quickly, or navigating environments, have often required me to find a different way forward. This experience has built resilience in me. It has taught me to keep moving forward even when things are difficult, uncertain, or frustrating. But just as importantly, it has taught me humility. I've had to ask for help, I've had to lean on others, use assistive technology tools, and recognize that strength is not about doing anything alone, or everything alone. My faith has deepened this understanding, constantly reminding me that the leadership begins with service, grace, and the willingness to learn. Resilience isn't not just about pushing through challenges, it's about going through them with humility and community. The second quality is hospitality. Hospitality is one of the most personal leadership qualities to me because it so deeply is connected to both my culture and my faith. Growing up in a Hispanic community, I saw what it meant to welcome people in regardless of what we had or where you came from. Even though resources were limited, there's always room for one more person at the table, always enough food to share, and always someone willing to make space. That sense of radical generosity has shaped the way I lead. I love bringing people together, especially around food, because food has always represented comfort, belonging, and care in my life. One of the ways that this shows up is through something I started with some friends and my boyfriend called Cafe 1031, inspired by 1 Corinthians 10:31. So whatever you do, whether you eat or drink, let it all be done for the glory of God. It began as a post-church lunch for the young adults at our church, but it quickly became something deeper. A space where people can come exactly as they are, no questions asked. Whether someone is celebrating, struggling, new to community, or simply in need of connection, the goal is that they always feel welcomed and have a place to turn to, so they can come as they are. The third quality is loyalty. As a first-generation college student, I carry the sacrifices of my family and community with everything that I do. So much of my journey has been made possible because people have believed in me, supported me, and invested in my present and in my future. It has made loyalty a core part of how I lead. Loyalty means showing up constantly and consistently for people who trust me. It means honoring the communities that have poured into me and making sure that I do the same for others. Whether in friendships, faith, communities, academic spaces, or professional settings, I believe people should know that I will stand by them, support them, and advocate for them. Because, after all, there was once a resilient woman that crossed the border so I can cross the stage with a degree. Leadership to me isn't built on trust, and trust is built through loyalty. The fourth quality is candor. I believe honesty is one of the greatest forms of respect and connection. Candor means being truthful, transparent, and willing to have difficult conversations, but always with compassion. My faith has taught me that truth and grace must coexist. As a leader, I want to communicate clearly, whether that means giving constructive feedback, addressing challenges directly, or speaking up when something needs to change. But I also believe that honesty should never come at the expense of kindness. The goal is not simply to be direct, but to be direct in a way that strengthens relationships and helps people grow. The fifth quality is being a resourceful and innovative problem solver. Because of my vision disability, I've had to learn to approach problems differently and to give myself more grace and flexibility in the process. I've become deeply resourceful, whether I liked it or not, whether that means using AI-empowered text-to-speech tools, assistive technology, or finding creative workarounds in academic and professional spaces. This has shaped the way I think as a leader. When I encounter a challenge, I don't immediately see limitations, I see possibilities. I look for new solutions, better systems, and more inclusive ways of doing things. This mindset has also expanded into my academic and professional interests, especially in areas like accessibility, artificial intelligence, and data-driven community and communication. I'm passionate about finding innovative solutions that not only solve a problem, but make spaces more equitable for others. At the end of the day, all of these 5 qualities, resilience and humility, hospitality, loyalty, candor, and resourcefulness, are rooted in service. They come from my faith, my family, my culture, and the experiences that have shaped me. Leadership, for me, is not just about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about creating space, building trust, solving problems, and making sure that others feel supported along the way. And that is the kind of leader I strive to be every day. Thank you. Hi, my name is Clarissa Palacios, and this was my PR 598 Improvisational Leadership final video. Thank you for such a great class. I'm so excited to get to see where you guys head up next. Thank you for such a blessed class experience. I'm excited to see how you guys become leaders in your own industry someday. Stay in touch. Here's my LinkedIn, here's my phone number, and my email. I'm sure you guys have such a wonderful, bright future ahead of you, and I'm so grateful that I got to experience this with you all. Bye. Oh, and for those graduating, congratulations and fight on. See you at the stage.